Hey guys, back again with another video. Just here enjoying a lovely glass of Gatorade. Nice and cool. And I realized that it's about 85 degrees today. It's a little bit warm, and I think it's a great time to do a video. So without further ado, let's get right into some thrifting that I've done recently. Recently being a general term, these items have been collected over the past several weeks and possibly months. That's just fine print. We're going to start with the first batch. It's a little bit peculiar because, well, you'll just see. So there's this thrift shop that I go to. It's religiously based. It's associated with a church. So all the profits go to donations, and it's a charity thing. So they have a media section with CDs, movies, games. And the way it works is they take the CDs out of the cases, label the cases, and put the CDs in a booklet. So you grab the case, bring it up to the front, they match the number, and then they give you the disc. Simple. Well, the issue that's been occurring is that half the time their system right now is completely screwed up. It's miscategorized, miscatalogued. They haven't redone it in about 10 years, so there's items missing, and it's just out of whack. So I helped them organize it, and out of the 1,200 CDs. That's just CDs, not DVDs. 1,200 CDs. And I need to say that CDs, to them, they classify games and software as CDs, even if it's a DVD. So, CDs, in quotes. Even though there are 1,100 CDs, there's only about 300 that match. So there's 700 discs, or 700 pockets unaccounted for. If it's a multi-disc set, they put it all in one pocket. So there's probably over 800 CDs that will never be sold because there are no cases that match with them. And apparently what the management has been doing is if something doesn't sell, they just throw it away. So the CDs that weren't selling, the CD cases that weren't selling, were just getting thrown away, and the CDs were remaining in the booklet. So the manager, she said that I could take any CD that I wanted, and I could have them for 50 cents each. So I looked through all the books, and I picked up some that I wanted to have. Let's see. I forgot to also mention that there were a couple that I could find a case for, and then there were some that were missing the disc. So, like, they were missing disc 1, so they gave them to me for free. So here are the loose discs that I got, in no particular order. Remission. It would be better if I held it the other way. Remission is a 3-disc set. All 3 discs were included. So I'll just put these over to the side. So, I played this game, and it's pretty terrible. It's not fun at all. The next disc that I got was Far Cry 2. I don't know if that requires a serial to install. Probably does. But it's the non-Steam version. And here's what I'm talking about. I also got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield. And if you look here, see the 56? This was number 56 in the booklet. And it was both discs, disc 1 and 2. But there was no case for it. The case was missing from the shelf, which I honestly think is really stupid, because Yes, I know they're trying to keep people from stealing the CDs, but you're separating the CDs from their cases, and now I have to find a bunch of cases for these CDs, which isn't that bad, but... And then they also had Rainbow Six 3, Athena Sword. Again, there we go with the numbering. 55 on this one. Had both discs, disc 1 and 2. And I hope it's not a 3-disc one. This one was a gamble, but since it was only 50 cents, I grabbed it. It is Assassin's Creed. I'm fairly certain it requires some sort of serial or online activation. This might just be a wonderful coaster. Again, they take the case out and they put it to the side, and maybe someone stole it for the serial code. This one is Total Annihilation. It looked actually pretty interesting. I think it's some sort of space shooter. It says for Windows 95. I have disc 1 and 2. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When they're loose, they end up getting scratched and they just fall out. Then we have Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. And this one was disc 205. Then I also grabbed Trophy Hunter Legendary Hunting 2003 edition. Then Medal of Honor Allied Assault disc 1, disc 2, plus the strategy guide. It was the deluxe DVD edition. So, disc 1, 2, and the DVD underneath the strategy guide. And then War Commander. I know nothing of this game. Might be good, it might not be. So that's all for the loose discs, which I will probably just find cases for. And then the other one that I grabbed of the actually boxed games was Titanic, Adventure Out of Time, but this one is the Macintosh version. I already have the MS-DOS version. And, okay, here's another thing. You're probably looking here. It's $3, number 501. They don't know what they have. This is not a DVD. It's a CD. And, oh, good. And someone stole the manual. That's great. The way the pricing goes is DVDs are $3. And again, they have 500 DVDs that are unsold because no one buys DVDs anymore. So DVDs are $3, and CDs are supposed to be $1. Well, what they're doing is they don't know what they have, so they go and they mark the CDs as DVDs and DVDs as CDs, and software as games and games as software, and it's all over the place. And you bring something up to the front, and this thing, if I hadn't gotten a price deal, they would have gone, oh look, 2 discs, that's $6. Yeah, I get it, they're a charity, but they're getting stuff for free and then selling it. It's all pure profit. So the fact that they go and try to charge like $6 for this, it's like, no, you're not going to charge eBay prices. So then, since they didn't know it was a CD, it would have been sold for $3. But CDs are normally $1, which is kind of expensive. Normally, I get CDs for 65 cents at my other thrift shop. Games are $2.95, so it's a wash there. But 65 cents for CDs. Their pricing's all messed up. So on to the next one. Put this to the side. Next one I grabbed was a Windows 95 upgrade CD, which actually is pretty neat. I did not have this, and I'm really glad that they had it, because then now I have a Windows 95 upgrade CD. The other one I grabbed was Microsoft World of Flight. And ironically, I just bought this off of eBay like 2 weeks ago for $3. And now it comes around for 50 cents. Oh, it's still sealed. Copy of Descent 1. I just bought this for like $13 on eBay. And it's... yeah, I was a little bit annoyed. But 50 cents, I have an extra copy. I can resell it. I'm not gonna resell it. And then the one that I got for free was Black and White 2. The European edition. Even though it has the ESRB, this is the European cover. It's missing disc 1, which is really annoying. So the game, until I get the CD, is virtually worthless because I don't have disc 1. Because someone stole it, and again, they don't keep track of their stuff. Now this is a mixture of thrift and also given to me. So I'm going to start with one of the ones I was gifted. The father of one of my friends knows that I like computers and computer games. So he decided that, and he had some old games that were just kind of sitting around. So he was the same guy who gave me the Macintosh games and the Performa. And maybe I talked about this in the previous video. I don't remember. But he went, hey, I see you like id Software. Do you want this? And I'm like, well, what? Oh, go look on the shelf. A boxed copy of Doom 3 for free. It's complete. It actually hadn't been opened before. I was actually the first one to break the seal on it. Which in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have, because I think a sealed copy is worth more. But then again, I mean, I'm going to play it. Now on to the ones I actually paid money for. So, for 65 cents, I got Psychotoxic. And, oh lord, is this game bad. Oh yeah, they also decided to put the price all across the back. So I took some rubbing alcohol, and the printing on this box is so crappy and so cheap that the ink started to smudge off after I started cleaning it off. Which, it might have actually hurt the value, but looking on eBay, I have yet to see an actual copy of this game. Like, there are like hardly any videos on this game, on Psychotoxic, and I think because it was so crappy, and since it was, not only was it was an exclusive deal through CompUSA. We all know what happened to CompUSA. So it was an exclusive deal through CompUSA. It was built on the id Software engine, I think, and it's terrible. But there's no copies known to exist other than the demo. Like, you can get the demo, and you can find some shady cracked versions of the full version, but there's no known retail copy in existence anymore, other than mine, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, if the game was actually good, that would be cool. And from the same store, I grabbed a boxed copy of Condition Zero Counter-Strike, or Counter-Strike Condition Zero. I know this game is not playable because it requires Steam, and I already have it on my Steam account, but I wanted to have the original retail box to put on my shelf as a collection. It'll go nicely with my Half-Life 2 box. Then I grabbed Wolfenstein 3D, the CD version. It's complete, includes manual, CD. That was the one id Software game that I was actually missing from my collection. So now my id Software game collection is complete. Well, I can't find it right now. What I was basically going to say is that I got a copy of Quake 3 and Quake 4. So now I have the complete Quake collection. I just need to find those. They're somewhere. Oh yeah. So, continuing on, I then grabbed another copy of Battlefield 1942. I mean, it's always good to have an extra 3 copies of these, 4. Then, at the same thrift shop that had the issue with the DVDs, I picked up Sony Vegas Movie Studio HD Platinum 2010 edition. And it was sealed. I mean, they opened it to make sure everything was in it. So, I mean, I have no reason to believe that the cereal that the cereal is still good. So I have a copy of Sony Vegas now for $4. That was great. And then I also grabbed a copy of Half-Life Game of the Year Edition. I think I covered this in a previous video, but if I did, so what? Then I got a copy of 13. It's XIII. This guy was the one with the stretched disc, so I had to buy the replacement discs, and it turned out that the ones that I got were the European one. So I don't know. I don't know if it's even in English. That would be cool to see, I guess. So yeah, got 13. I heard it was a good game. And then another copy of Doom 3. I think I have like 4 copies of Doom 3 now. I think it's time for me to stop buying them, that is. And for $4 on the clearance rack, I got Farmer's Harvest 5 Gold Edition, including Farm Machines Blur Edition, Farm Machines Championships, Farming Giant, Farm Village Simulator, Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming, plus official expansion packs for $4. That'll be a fun Let's Play. Then for the PlayStation, I grabbed Codename Tenka, which looks to be some sort of Doom clone, or like Quake clone. It actually looks kind of interesting to play. And finally, rounding things off, we got a copy of Descent. Yeah, this is the one I bought before I got the 50-cent one. A copy of Descent 2. Both of them are complete with both CDs. I guess this copy is the deluxe edition. It includes, what does it include? It includes a second CD that says the Vertigo series and the Infinite Abyss. So I guess it's one of the deluxe editions. Then for $1, even though it says $7, $1, a game from CompUSA was F1 EA Sports F1 Racer 2002 edition. complete. It was sealed. I mean, they opened it to check, but... And this next game has an interesting story, and I will be talking about a game that I got like 2 years ago to complete the story. So this game, which I got, is actually in a way connected to another game that I got 2 years ago. It is CRC 2005 Cross Racing Championship. It has no connection to the other game plot-wise, but what it is connected by is, and I'll open this up, in 2000 and... what was this? In 2006. In 2006, someone purchased this game along with this copy of Company of Heroes. I got this copy of Company of Heroes 2 years ago. This game I just picked up last week. And here is the receipt. I don't know if you can see, it's scribbled out, but they for some reason scribbled out Company of Heroes. Come on. Wait for that to autofocus and adjust. So they scribbled out Company of Heroes. You can see Cross Racing Champ. Sorry for the blur, it doesn't want to focus. Point being, they purchased these two games from the same GameStop on the same day. And then, you know, subsequently returned them. I mean, not returned, donated them. Whenever, I don't know. Probably in 2015 or earlier. But it took the store, it took the thrift shop 2 years to finally work through the backlog and get this game onto the for sale shelf. This game I bought in 2015, so it took them 2 years to finally get to the bottom of the stack of games that they have to then finally sell this one. That was just kind of weird and spooky, I guess. So this ends this video. If you liked it, please thumbs it up. Put a comment down below. You know, share your thrifting stuff. I don't know. I will be doing more videos and look forward to an interesting one coming up soon. So have a great day.